Test, test. Welcome out to Kojak's live stream. Had to get that quick little test going. That way you know what we're doing. You're on the mic with Charlie here at Kojak's Poker Club. Kojak's Poker Club brings you all of West Texas' most exciting tournaments and cash games action. We're playing a nice little 5 on the button round of each tonight. 5 on the button round of each. That means 1 round no limit hold'em, 1 round PLO, pot limit Omaha high. All right, we're already out on action here. So he bets the pot, raises up to $15. $15. Little confusion on what he was betting. He thought we were starting with no limit hold'em. He was trying to raise the 20. We do have 4 cards, so we are playing pot limit Omaha. So here we go. Hugo looks down at King 86. He's going to make the call. Zach looks down at Ace 10 44, makes the call. Anthony looks down at a whole bunch of diamonds with Jack 10. He makes the call. Kerry looks down at the nut flush diamond draw and a couple straight draws. We've got all kinds of action. Welcome to Kojak's Poker Club. $15 raise. You've got 6 players going to the flop. $90 in the pot. 9-7 queen come out. 9-7 queen. That gives Corey top 2 pair. That gives Kerry the nut diamond draw. Hugo's going to lead out with $50. He's got the overpair with the open-ended straight draw. He's looking to dodge diamonds, though, on all the cards that he's going to look for. Mr. Anthony does make the call. Kerry does make the call. Four-way action. A queen on the turn fills Corey all the way up. Kerry is now drawn dead. Anthony's drawn dead. Hugo is drawn to a king and a king only. Seat number 1 leads out with $175. I don't think anybody's going to be able to make that call. And it goes fold. So here we go to the second hand, same action. Kojak's Poker Club, where Daryl Hopkins won the Deep Stack tournament today. 4-way chop, 1,200. And they gave third place the extra heavy stack because he had a little over 1.2 million chips. So Mr. Jean pulled in the 2,300. So moving on around. All right, so 5-way action, $25 per person. So, flop comes out, ace of hearts, 7 of diamonds, 3 of diamonds. Basil's holding the whole spectrum of diamonds in his hand. Bet of $100. Zach leads out with $100, flopping trips and the gut shot to the 7 high straight. Basil does end up making the call with the full wrap straight. Queen of Hearts on the turn is no help to Basil's hand. He's got just top pair with a jack kicker. Zach leads out with $225 with the set of aces. Putting Basil to the ultimate test. Going to make him draw hard to see that either 5 or diamond. $550 in the pot. $225 bet. Pushing Basil to the limit. Exactly pot. Basil's trying to calculate how many outs he has. Wearing that Captain America with his favorite mask. And he does let it go. He does let it go. $550, excuse me, being pushed over to Mr. Zach, sitting in seat number 6. Button moves around. New deal, new game. Still pot limit Omaha. Buy-in tonight was 500 to 1,000. 500 to 1,000. And as you can see, we have a colorful group of people on there. Basil's always the brightest there. He makes his own masks. COVID was the best for him. Action starts off with Basil under the gun. He does make the call. Vitality makes a call. Daryl's gonna raise it up. He's gonna bet the pot. He bets just under the pot. Excuse me. He's got ace of diamonds, 3 of diamonds for the nut flush. He's also got the second nut flush draw with the hearts. So it does look like we're gonna have 4-way action going to the flop. Flop comes out. King, 3, 6, 2 clubs. Nobody's got clubs in their hand. Daryl's got the best of it with King Ace. Daryl leads out $60 into an $85 pot. We're now sitting with $145 in the pot. He folds around. Action's now on Vitality, and I think he's going to make the fold. Daryl's going to pull in $85 profit. So I don't know how long you've been listening or following Kojaks, but coming up April the 5th, we do have our West Texas Poker Championship Series starting. West Texas Poker Championship Series. That's going to be a 2-week series leading into a $600 buy-in main event. Lots of juicy action. Looks like Mr. Fossilman's going to be joining us too this time go around. I'm going to be running a couple labs for tournament play, posture, tells, and he will be part of our main event going this coming go around. Looking real forward to that. So we got 6 players, each of them $5, $30 in the pot. Flop comes out, ace of spades, 9 of clubs, queen of diamonds, ace, queen, 9. Looking around, nobody's got a huge piece of that. Vitali's got the open-ended straight draw. He's looking for Broadway or an 8 for the queen high. He's got backdoor clubs and top pair with a jack kicker. He's got the biggest piece of it. Basil leads out with top pair, top kicker, $25. Vitali does make the call. Zach does follow right behind, looking for that jack. Kerry does make the call with top pair, 1033. 4-way action, $130 in the pot. Queen comes on the turn, and it's crazy to think 4 people still in the hand, and not one of them have a queen. Check around, a 9 comes on the river, and Basil's ace-king is in the lead. However, that's such a scary board to have it. Any queen, any 9, any ace-queen, ace-9. Basil flips over ace-king. They let him have it cheap, so $130 is being pushed over to him. So let's open up the Poker GFX and look at the action. VPIP, Corey's sitting at 25. Oh, chip count. Corey's got 16% of the chips in play. He's got $1,225. Caleb's got $570. Hugo's got $495. Basil and Vitali just over $700. Zach almost $1,100. Daryl's got almost $1,100. Anthony's got right under $1,000, and Kerry's got $615. VPIP, though, Hugo's sitting at 100%, Zach's sitting at 75%, and Kerry's sitting at 75% along with Caleb. So a lot of action. Right now, both Hugo and Kerry are 115 down. Daryl 65 up, and Zach is $155 up. Corey's our big winner so far tonight, 225 up. Two, four, six, 8 players. 8 players. Vitali does raise it up to $30. He said no $5 tonight. And once you get to this point, any 4 cards is good until the flop comes out. Flop comes out. Ace, 3, 7. Ace of diamonds, 3 of hearts, 7 of clubs. Ace king, ace 7, excuse me, is in the lead. Mr. Hugo's looking good. Seat number 4 leads out with $145, holding the best, top 2. Vitali's got bottom pair with 2 jacks. Basil's got 2 queens, no other pair. Caleb's got not a whole lot. He's going to be going away. Corey, I can see Corey possibly staying around if the action is correct. Vitali does lay her down. Anthony lets her go. Kerry's going to let it go. Corey does lay down almost the same hand that made the bet, except not top 2. And Caleb does let it go, so Hugo pulls in $360, $185 profit. So with that right there, Hugo goes from being in the hole to being $70 up. That's how easy in this game it is to flip around. action moves on around downtown. We're missing George. George is at a wedding, so he will be absent this week. So you'll be forced to put up with Charlie Boy all night long. Under the gun, Daryl's going to look down first act. Ace 9, 5, 4. I can see him calling 5. Daryl does make the call. Anthony does let it go. Kerry makes the call. Moving on around to Mr. Corey Smith. That's K. Corey Smith. Corey Smith sitting right at a 40% VPIP. He does let it go, so it's going to drop just a hair. Heck, why not call at this point? So it gets around to Zach. He looks down at Ace King 10-9. He's going to raise it up to $40. $40 now is the action. $35 to make the call. Daryl's thinking about it. Carrie says raise. She 3-bets him. 3-bets him. Action's now $40. Ace 9, 8, 8. All the aces. Nope, there's one ace missing. So 80's the action now. We're going to be three-way. Got a pot brewing. Got $300 in the pot. $300. Flop comes out. Queen, 4, 3. Sorry, 260 in the pot. Flop comes out. Queen, 4, King. I don't know where I got the 4 from. Excuse me. I cannot read. King, Queen, 3. King, Queen, 3. Zach leads out, check to him, and he bets the pot, 260, and everybody's going to lay it down. $180 profit for Dishman. That sounds like it should be Nicktoon cartoon, Mr. Dishman. Chip count, Zach and Corey both tied up at the top with 1,200. We'll see the stacks start to grow in size. Daryl's got right below 1,000. He's dished down $15. Moses looking good with his dealing skills. So 5 on the button. Anthony makes a call. Kerry's going to release. Action's now on Corey Smith. He lets it go. Caleb got his cards spread out in a calling motion. He does make the call. So it's going to go pretty much calls all the way around. So we're going to have 6-way action. Looking for an action flop. Flop comes out. 9 of diamonds, 7 of diamonds, 10 of diamonds. Basil's got the open-ended straight flush draw. I don't see him going anywhere in this hand. Mr. Caleb's got 2 little diamonds. Nobody flops a set. Zach does let it go. Impressed with that laydown. So we're now heads up. Queen high flush draw is the winner. A 10 on the turn, 10 of hearts. Puts a possible scare out there. It goes check, check. And with a 7 on the river, with the pot only being $70, I don't think Basil goes anywhere even if he bets the pot. So he leads out with $30. Basil's going to make the call with the second nut flush draw. Oh, he's got 97. He's going to be potting it. I didn't even see that. No, just a call. It's going to be a call because the 10s are out there, scares him. And that's what he does. He shows the 97. And, of course, you can hear Basil saying, I had a bigger flush, too. He's always got to one-up him. Basil is leading the second session of the points. He's searching for that $4,000 payout. Chip count 1,200 up top for Corey and Zach. Daryl's right under 1,000. Anthony 900. Basil at 810 after that win. Vitali and Hugo have just around 670. Carries at 505, and that leaves with 480. Mr. Caleb sitting in seat number 3. So that puts Daryl as the button on this hand. So Kerry straddling. $10 straddle for Kerry. Corey makes the call. So when the straddle is out, the pots tend to get a lot bigger, a lot faster. Daryl does razor up, raisy daisy for Queen Jack, 50 deuce. Queen Jack of clubs, 75 is the action. Kerry makes the call. Corey's going to make the call also. Five players going to the pot. $400 in the pot. Biggest flop of the night. Flop comes out 8 of hearts, 6 of spades, 2 of diamonds, 8, 6, deuce. Kerry flops 2 pair. She's ahead at this moment. Daryl leads out with $150. Kerry's likely to repot it, but she just chooses to make the call. That puts Corey Smith in a spot. He's going to let it go. Action's now over to Mr. Hugo with ace 10 7 4. He makes the call. He's looking for a 5 or runner diamonds. Basil does let it go, so we're going to be 3-way to the turn. Turn card being a paired 8. Nobody's got 8s, but that does give Kerry the diamond draw with it. It's going to go check, check. Can Daryl pull off a third or second barrel? And he does choose to check. 3-way going to the river with a queen. That gives Miss Kerry ace, queen with a pair of 8s. She does check. Will Daryl give up? $850 in the pot. He's thinking Miss Kerry's probably going to make the call with a short stack. So it does look like Kerry's going to pull in a win. $850 in the pot, $625 profit. And you can hear the players saying, no way. And you can hear Basil saying, poker's so sick. Miss Lindsay's coming in. Moses is heading on, moving on down the road. Quick little dealer change. So five-way action going to the flop. Flop comes out with three diamonds. Three diamonds. Daryl's holding the nut diamonds right now. So does make the call. Bets $100 by Vitali with the top bottom pair. Daryl does just make the call. It's actually a really good play just to make the call at that point. So now we have heads up action. Vitali looking for an 8 or a king. With 3 of hearts not going to help him. He's most likely going to check here. Daryl's got an 83% lock on the hand. If Vitali checks, Daryl's probably going to check, check along with him. $460 in the pot. That means in pot limit you can bet up to the $460. Whether or not he wants to, if he thinks Vitali's hand is strong enough, he can try to maximize by betting half pot somewhere in that area. Looks like he bet 150. I don't think Vitali's hand is strong enough to make this call, especially with the 3 clubs on the board. Daryl's hoping Vitali has something along the lines of a set or smaller. He's really hoping he has smaller clubs, so he's drawn dead at that point. I think the 150 bet might have been too big since Vitali's not holding any clubs in his hand. All right, and it was too big. $310 profit on a $610 pot being pushed right over to Mr. Hopkins. All right, with that win, Daryl moves on up the ranks of the chip stacks. He now has 1,065 in his pocket. Zach's got 12.15. He is our chip leader at the table. Carrie's right behind with 11.25. Corey's just slightly behind her with 11.15. Moving on around the table, we are now switching games. We are on No Limit Hold'em. Caleb does look down, makes the call with Jack D9. Hugo with Basil's favorite hand makes the call. Basil does let go. Daryl looks down at a monster for No Limit Hold'em. Got pocket queens. He's going to raise her up to $30. $30 is one of the magical numbers that everybody likes to call. Of course, this would be a call anyways. Right behind him with pocket nines. Man, there's a lot of jacks out there. Jack 9, Jack 8, Jack 10. So, seat 1 does make the fold. Corey is out. Let's see how Caleb does this with Jack 9. I can see him folding this. I see Hugo making the call. So I think we're going to be 3 ways. Nope, he's going to make the call also. So we're going to be 4-way to the flop. Jack 9, Jack 10, pocket 9s, and pocket queens heading to the flop. 4-way action. Flop's going to come out 4, 9, 10. That's something that Daryl was looking for right there. Jack 8 folded by 2 people. Looks really pretty now. So with that, Anthony flops a set of 9s. Daryl's got the overpair. Hugo and Caleb both have a pair. Caleb's holding the case 9. Could you imagine a queen on the turn? Joining me in the booth right now is Miss Crystal. Mm-hmm. Could you imagine a queen on the turn?
He's sick.
All the open-ended straight draw, gut shot draws. Oh my goodness. Daryl's going to lead out with $75. Anthony's thinking of how he can extract the most out of this.
Nobody has diamonds.
Yeah, no diamonds out there. Anthony is grabbing chips. So it looks like a $300 raise. Just kidding. Just kidding. Those were stacks of 3. Vitali's trying to throw $5 around the table. So Jack 9 is gone. Jack 10 is not going to want to let go of it, but they're going to... Oh, he's already made the call, hasn't he? I think he...
No, he made the initial $60. He has now.
So he made the initial 75 bet. The player is now all in, and this puts Daryl in a pickle. What a pickle, Daryl.
Hugo's all in?
Hugo is all in. And he is not going to be happy with the outcome of this. He is beat by both players remaining in the hand. Now the question is, Hugo's all in for $365, $1 for each day of the year. Daryl's got, looks like $950 plus the 75 out there, so $1025 in his hand, effective. If whatever he puts in there, Anthony's calling. I mean, there's zero chance Anthony folds unless he can be a superstar and put Daryl on pocket 10s, which, I mean, you can't. But is Daryl able to get away from this, knowing that he called the 75, looking for the position of the overpair. Then he gets re-raised behind. I bet you he lets it go.
I think he lets it go, too.
This is the difference between a veteran player and an amateur player. Amateur player shoves over the top, don't they?
100%.
And you can't fault him even if he makes the choice. I'm not calling him an amateur if he shoves over the top.
No.
But you can't fault an amateur. And what he's doing right now is he's looking at Anthony's. Look at that. He just laid down pocket queens. That's incredible. I love it. I love it. Anthony's going to make the snap call. Oh, he hadn't even snapped the call yet.
Mm-hmm. He does.
He just wants to get an accurate count. $365 and a call. 125 chip in there. He throws over pocket 9s, and Daryl pats himself on the back. Unless a queen comes, okay. No queen comes, so
Diamonds on it.
he pats himself on the back, only losing 30 pre-flop and 75 on the flop. Losing $105 with pocket queens is pretty damn good.
Not bad at all.
$930 pushing over to Mr. Anthony. Welcome out to Facebook Live. We got fans asking where Dante is. We don't know where Dante is. He's chilling like a villain at the house, I'm assuming. Action starts on Basil, still on No Limit Hold'em. He does make the fold, moves on around to Vitali. Carrie's going to raise her up $15. All right, three-way action. Pocket aces versus 10-4 versus pocket eights. Hugo's in that spot where he's got the overpair. King comes on the turn. That's a scare card for Hugo. Carrie's going to lead out with $50. She's playing aces extremely well right here, trying to extract max value. Caleb makes the call. Ooh, an ace of spades would be dirty at this point. Hugo makes the fold of the pocket eights. River card comes out. A spade. Now Carrie's in trouble. $50 bet gets raised to 200 by the flush. And she says, nice hand. That's all you can say at that point right there. That's the only problem with slow playing aces is sometimes it can get you in a little bit of trouble. Carrie's still sitting at 1,500. We're going to take a quick break. Be back in just a couple of minutes. So we are now back to action. Daryl's under the gun, king 5. Kerry makes the call with 77. Zach looks down, ace jack, just makes the call. Daryl makes the call. So we've got 5 players, excuse me. Flop comes out. 8 of hearts, 9 of clubs, 3 of clubs, 8, 9, 3. Kerry's still got the best of it as we speak. Daryl's got the best draw with a second nut flush. Bets $25. Same 4 of the original 5 that started the hand are still in it. Turn card comes up 4 of clubs. Daryl's got the second nuts. From his perspective, he's actually holding the top nuts. Top nuts in hand. He leads out with $100, and he does get a call from Hugo with the 10 high flush draw. King of spades on the river, and that's all Daryl's going to get. Same $100 bet. And he does make the fold. Daryl's going to pull in $475, a $235 profit. Welcome out to Kojaks. Kerry makes the call. Caleb's going to let it go. Action's now over on Hugo. He spreads them out. He's got pocket wired 9s, as Jack King causes. Raise up to $45. Vitali gets a couple more chips to put on the table. Nice little stack. Looks like around 1,000. Zach does make the call with ace king suited. Daryl looks down at pocket aces. There's already $100 in the pot. Raised to $45. Call 45. Action's now on him. He's looking to extract max value. He's going to raise it up to 200. Kerry, like a champion, puts 200 in there. This is going to be a pot right here. Action's over on Hugo. Oh, let's sit back and just watch how this one plays out at home. So Zach does make the call. So we've got ace king versus king queen versus pocket aces. Action was 3-bet pre-flop. Stacks of 1,000, 1,000, and 590. Flop comes out. Trouble for Zach. Flop comes out. Ace of diamonds, 5 of spades, 8 of spades. Zach announces all in, and it's going to get a snap call instantly. Kerry's going to make the fold. Zach's going to flip over ace king. Daryl's going to show his aces, and he says, really? Dang it. Turn card comes a queen. River card comes a king. Gives Zach top 2 pair. Daryl's got the set of aces, and he's going to pull it in. He's got Mr. Zach covered. He was in for 1,000. Quick little count out of the chips. That's going to leave Zach with about $10, $15 left. Unfortunate hand. That's the trouble with ace king versus aces. Ace comes on the flop. You've got top pair, top kicker. That's one move that I guarantee Zach wishes he had back. So what we're waiting on right now is waiting on the 990 to make its way from Zach's stack over into Daryl's. Daryl's now got an enormous chip lead over the table, 2,600. That means players are going to be adding on 70% of that stack. So Zach is going to be all in for $25, his remaining $25. Corey's got the winning hand. I love to say that just because he's holding 5-3. Come on, Corey, make the call. Make the call. Oh, just like he heard me. Let's let 5-3 work out. That call right there was for Charlie. He knows that's my favorite hand. So we've got Ace King 5-3, Jack 10, King Queen Queen 9. That leaves a lot of 5s and 3s left in the deck because nobody's got one. So we're going to have main pot and side pot. Flop comes out. Oh, no good for the 5-3. 6-9 king. Quarter bet by Miss Carrie. Top pair, top kicker. It's going to get a call from Mr. Hugo. He raises it up to $125. He's in it to win it. Action's now on Vitality with top pair, third kicker. Three players remain. Got a nice little juicy side pot brewing. Oh, now that 5-3 looks good. Looking for a 4 or a diamond, but he's out of the hand. Vitality leads out with $250. Carrie's going to make the call. That's going to be, I was going to say that's going to be hard for Hugo to call, but he's already grabbing chips. He's looking for a queen or a spade. Everybody's got outs here. River card comes out a 9. No help to anybody. Zach's going to win the inside pot. Carrie's going to win the outside pot. She announces all in. Oh, no, you didn't. So action's now on Vitality with top pair, third kicker, asking how much it is. She's all in for 130 more. Side pot is huge. Main pot's $125. That puts the side pot at 1,000. And a call. Vitality's not going to like that call. He shows King Queen. Carrie's got the Ace King. Side pot goes to Carrie. Side pot action going her way. $1,575 in that side pot. And the main pot goes to Zach, so he's staying alive. Staying alive. Welcome out to Kojaks. Look at this. Daryl's in the top with 26% of the chips. 2,600. Caleb's got 19. Carrie's got 15. Anthony's got 14. Corey 11. Basil 685, and it goes on down from there. Let's take a quick look at the VPIPs, see where each one stands. Corey Smith sitting in seat number 1's got a VPIP sitting right around 40. Caleb sitting in seat number 3. He's got 60. Hugo likes to play a lot of hands. He's got a VPIP 93%. That's my kind of player right there. Zach sitting at 73%. Carrie's at 66. And bringing up the rear is Mr. Carrillo sitting at 33%. pre-flop raise. That's who raises the pot the most. Corey's sitting right around 6%. Caleb 6%. We move on down the list. Daryl's been getting some monsters. He's at a 40% pre-flop raise. Zach's right behind him with 20%, and Carrie's at 20%. Now the win. Mr. Daryl's up $1,635. Carrie is up $820. We're talking about weekly paychecks for most people. That's how easy it is to win. We've got 2 tables also going out here at Kojak's. A 5 on the button, no limit hold'em. We've got a 10 on the button, no limit hold'em. We've got lots of action lists building for each of them. Three-way action. Daryl 3-bets it up to $30 with pocket 8s. Flop comes out 5-5 jack. Nobody's got the jack. Nobody's got the 5. Daryl's reaching in. He's starting to stack up some chips. He leads out with $80 into 105. Bets about a little over 3/4 pot. So now action's over on Caleb. Caleb's got overcard of ace. He may make the call. He does like to fish around. Everybody makes me a liar, so he does let it go. So, moving on around, that was the last hand of No Limit Hold'em. We're on the player's favorite favorite game, Pot Limit Omaha High. Welcome out to all the people that are watching. Thank you for the support. You guys keep us going. We appreciate you all. So, action's going to be first on Caleb. Caleb's going to start it off. 5 to call. Action's going to move around to Hugo. He makes the call. Basil makes the call. Oh, this is how we're doing it. Everybody's going to call. There's Daryl. He's raising it up. He's got queen, 10-8. Couple straight draws in there. Nice little flush draw. Raise up to 30. Anthony's going to let the fold go. Miss Carrie does make the call. If you're playing for 5 at Kojak's, you're definitely 100% playing for $30. That's how the pots get so juicy, so big, and so much fun. And I told you, everybody's just going to just instantly put it in there. We've got 7 players. 7 players. Eight players in the hand. Excuse me, I didn't see Corey on the other side. 8-way action. Flop's going to dictate everything. Flop comes out king, king, deuce. Only one player, Corey's got a king in his hand. Looking for clubs. Nobody's even got clubs. Holy cow. $240. So he does make the bet, $240. So Daryl lets it go, and Carrie's going to let that go too. Everybody folds. Corey pulls it in. I don't even think he's going to show the king. 5 moving around. Goes over to Daryl. Daryl's been getting some monsters pre-flops. He's going to raise it up to 30. Anthony's going to make the call. Carrie's going to make the call. Corey's going to make the call. Caleb lets it go. Hugo's going to make the call. Basil's going to make the call. Vitali's going to make the call. That's how we roll at Kojaks. If you're calling 5, you're calling 30 100% of the time. 6 players, $160 in the pot. Flop comes out. Queen of diamonds, 10 of diamonds, 9 of spades. Anthony's got the nut flush draw. Daryl's just left with ace king for Broadway draw to a jack. Run back to backdoor spades would give him the nut flush draw. Anthony's got the best looking draw at this point. Basil leads out with his top 2. He possibly thinks a jack can help him, but a jack would give Daryl Broadway, so he's not looking for a jack. Daryl makes the call. Anthony makes the call. Carrie's going to let it go. Hugo's most likely going to let this go. So we're going to be 3-way action going to the turn. $285 in the $330 in the pot. 3-way action. An 8 of clubs on the turn. Basil's setting 50% to win this hand. It's up in the air for both Daryl and Anthony. Basil showing he's not scared here. Makes a little semi-bluff. He does have top 2 pair. That's hard to beat. That's why he's setting at 50%. Daryl does have outs. He's looking for an 8, a 9, a king, a jack. And he might be getting correct odds to make this call. $75 is the bet. There's $335, and Daryl does make the fold. He didn't know he was that strong to win. He's 3, 6, 10 outs sitting right there. Now Anthony's looking. Just by looking at their hands right here, that leaves 8 outs for his plus a 7. A 7 would give him a set of 7s and the win. He's looking for a diamond or a 7. That's it. $75. He's got it in his hand. He's shuffling his chips around, thinking about his outs, and I think he's going to make this call. The nut flush is a hard draw not to get away of. Daryl would have been looking for an 8, a 9, a jack. Basil's looking for nothing to help Anthony's hand. Anthony's looking for a diamond or a 7. And a 9 of diamonds on the river is going to be the check mark for Anthony. But it's always scary to bet your nut flush when there's a paired board out there. He's reaching for chips. He asked how much was in the pot. He says 465. He's counting out some chips. Sometimes when players say pot, they don't realize the pot can grow so fast. And Basil's going to let it go. All he had was top 2 pair, queens and 10s with a 9 kicker. Nut flush is going to take it down. There's an update of the chip count. Zach was down to $25. He's now moved up to $100. Daryl's leading the top with $2,600. So here we go. 7 players in the hand. Flop comes out. Ace of diamonds, 7 of diamonds, 5 of spades. That's a set for Daryl with a 5 also. 2 diamonds on the board. Queen high flush draw for Corey. A lot of diamonds out in people's hands. Daryl Carey bets the 75 out there with top pair, top kicker. One player's all in for less. Ace on the turn. Give Carrie's trip aces. She's going to lead out with $150. Actions now to Daryl. He just makes the call. He's trying to do a little pot control here just in case Carrie boats up on the river. A 9 on the river gives Carrie the boat. And check, check. Carrie does win. She boats it up on the river, pulls in $975. We're going to take a quick break. We're going to order up the fights for the players. Be right back. all kinds of action. $720 in the pot. Mr. Zach has ace 6 in his hand. Vitali's got kings with a 5-3. So Zach leads out with $360. Corey does make the call with king, queen, 55. Heads up action now. Turn card comes a 4. Corey did make the call with a nut flush draw. Queen of diamonds on the turn gives Zach the nut flush diamond draw. All in and call. A 4 of diamonds on the river is going to give the nut flush to Mr. Zach. And just like that, Zach is stacking up some chips. He's back in the action. Back in the action, Zach. Let's look at the Poker GFX. Zach is now only $165 down after losing $1,000 to Daryl. He's only $165 down. That is crazy how fast action can switch. So moving on around, moving on around. So it looks like we're having a pot calculation right here. Corey re-raises it up to $170. So here we go. 4 bet to $175. Hugo is going to make the call with King Jack of Hearts, Jack Deuce. Anthony's most likely going to make a call with a double paired hand, but at least his double... I hate double paired hands for the most part. Some people like them, some people don't. But at least this double paired hand has possible straight draws, and it's got the flush draw with the queen with it. I can see him making this call. It's going to be $125 for $425 in the pot. Three-way action. Three-way action. Flop comes out. Ace of diamonds, Jack of clubs, Deuce of clubs. Hugo flops a set. Corey's got the middle pair. Anthony's got every straight draw card that you can have. He's looking for a king. However, 3 of them are gone. 2 of them sitting in Corey's hand, 1 in Hugo's hand. He's drawn thin. Corey is all in with the overpair. Hugo makes the call, and Mr. Carrillo does let it go. Corey's drawn slim. 9 of diamonds on the turn, 6 of clubs, or 6 of spades on the river. A set of jacks is going to win it. Just got to figure out how much Mr. Corey had there. And I think he did have enough to cover, so all those chips are going to make their way over. So, button moves on around. We are still rolling. Corey rebuys for, I think, 1,000. And the cards are out to go. Still on PLO. Corey's got 1,000. He is down $1,030. Daryl's up $1,225. Carrie's up $1,370. Vitali's down right around 1,000 also. So as you hear the dealer calling for a brush, that is players adding on chips. All right, so six-way action, $30 in the pot. All right, Razor up to $15. Looks like Carrie's enjoying that milkshake. Man, I'm just sitting here watching this action go around the table. If you're not playing at Kojak's tonight, you are crazy. There is all kinds of action. I'm rooting for both Zach and Anthony, of course, because they got the best hand in poker in their hand. They got 5-3. Anthony does have the pocket aces to make his hand even better. Flop comes out 10, deuce 5, turn card a 9. So we've got a heart draw and a diamond draw. Nobody's got the hearts in their hands, so we do have the nuts diamonds sitting over in Hugo's hand. River card comes out with a deuce of diamonds. Scare card, because it does pair the board. In this case, we can see the whole cards. We know that that deuce paired is no help for anybody but Hugo with the diamonds. It's most likely going to check around. There's always that instance of the player trying to trap. Caleb's digging in his stack. What does Caleb have? Oh, he's got the 8 high flush. And he does check. He looked like he wanted to bet. And smartly, that is a smart check. With Hugo being last on there. Basil shows the 6 high flush. Caleb shows the 8 high flush. And Hugo shows the 8 high flush. Ace high flush, sorry. So, still on Pot Limit Omaha. It looks like for 3 more hands. Anthony looks down at King, Queen, Jack 7. He's going to let it go. Next action's on Miss Carrie. She makes the call. Caleb makes the call with Ace Jack 10 Deuce, double suited. Hugo makes the call with a lot of hearts in his hand. Vitaly makes the call with pocket 7s. Zach makes the call with pocket deuces. Daryl looks down at a monster. He's been getting monster after monster after monster. Raises it up to $35. He's got pocket aces with a nut diamond draw, little queen high straight draw possibility, Broadway possibility. He's got the nuts. Carrie looks right behind with King, King, 6, 5. So we've got 5 players in the pot. $180 in the pot. $180. 5-way action. Flop comes out, 9 of clubs, 4 of clubs, 5 of clubs. Nobody has 2 clubs in their hand. Daryl's got the nut club blocker. Carrie's got the second nut club blocker. Daryl's going to play that nut club blocker. He will definitely be betting right here. He's setting 24% to win this hand. Hugo right behind, though, has 2 pair with a 54. Daryl's reaching for chips with a nut blocker. He bets almost the whole pot. 5-6 pot, $150 of the $180 in the pot. Hugo does make the fold, and Vitaly is going to make the fold. Daryl played his pocket aces with a nut club blocker perfectly. 4 cards and sitting in your hand, 3 clubs come out. There's a great possibility you could be holding those other 2 clubs in your hand. He exploited the $330 and took it down. He's now up to $3,300. Carrie's sitting at 2, Hugo at 2, $1,800, $1,500 for Caleb and Anthony, $1,200 for Zach. He's almost out of the hole. Corey's in the hole, 1,000. He's got 1,000 in his pot. Then you're sitting with Basil and Vitaly bringing up the backside. Basil's sitting right around $395. Vitaly's got $155. As for the VPIP tonight, VPIP, 47% for Corey, 91% for Mr. Hugo. 91% for Mr. Hugo. So, raised to $25 by Mr. Caleb with American Airlines setting in his hand, double suited diamonds and hearts. Hugo makes the call with 44. Basil makes the call with kings. Daryl makes the call, 3 bets it with kings and the ace flush spade draw. Wow, it's hard to say all that. Anthony makes the call with wired 9s with a 54 setting back up on that. So we're going to have a beautiful pot. $595. All right, so now $310 for Anthony to make the call. His 9s are up against aces pre-flop. His hearts are covered by the nut flush draw from Caleb. So as always, if you're calling 5 at Kojaks, you're calling whatever's put out there. So we've got 7-way action to the flop. Deuce of hearts, 6 of hearts, 8 of spades. Deuce, 6, 8. Looking around to see who has what. Hugo's got deuce, 8. He's setting a little over 50% to win this hand. Zach leads out with $45. He's got the 5, 6, 9. He's got almost a full wrap. Kerry makes the call with this 2 pair, the 68. Kerry is setting with the lead in this hand. She's looking to dodge hearts. Hugo's got the nut flush draw. That's why he's sitting at 58% to win. Basil does make the call with the jack high flush. He's going to be in a lot of trouble if those hearts get there. So we got 5-way action, $295 in the pot. Turn card comes out, 7 of hearts. That's the trouble card for Basil. Trouble. That's also trouble for Zach. 5 through 9 straight setting in his hand. Basil quickly bets all in, $295 with the jack high flush draw. 285, sorry. Kerry folds. Hugo's going to make the call. He's got the ace high flush draw and the check mark as we see it. He's going to be scooping this pot of $845. Unluck for Basil. Basil did have the jack 10. That was his favorite hand, but in this case, it did fail him. VPIP, Hugo's 92%. Go on down the list. Corey's at 48%. Anthony at 44%. Kerry's right at 64%. All right, so moving back around, we are on Hold'em. Hugo looks down at a monster. He's going to raise it up to $60. Corey makes the call with 10-8 off. He's looking to get something going.
Ooh, Hugo's got a set of jacks.
Yeah, set of jacks, and Corey's looking for not that. He's got a 4-card straight. That is going to be no good.
Against his boat.
We've got $825 sitting in the pot. Moving on around, I'm sitting here talking to nobody with the mic muted. Nobody can hear me but Miss Lindsay Lou, who's joining me in the booth, the Crusher. You crushed anybody today?
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. There was about a 2-hour time frame where I was kind of hangry and took my hangriness out on the players and their monies. Sorry, guys. We have officially eaten dinner and are back to being happy. Oh, I crushed. Oh, I'm not gonna.
Yeah.
I was like, oh yeah, never mind. I don't even want to bring it back up. Bless his heart. Ooh, Hugo with pocket kings.
Man, back to back. Pocket jacks, pocket kings. Corey's got a monster, and he, same exact raise he did with the jacks, he raised with kings. Flop comes out. He wishes he had jacks this time. 7-6 jack. He is in the lead, setting 60% to win. He throws out 2 black chips real fast, and that's going to get a fold from everybody. And Hugo wins back-to-back. Pocket jacks, pocket kings. Makes it easy to win.
Little quick chip count for us. Daryl sitting up there at the top and Vitaly chilling. He'll
Yep.
bring that back up though.
So, quick update of the chip count. Daryl's got 3,300 sitting in his stack. He's up almost $1,300. Vitaly, though, is down at the bottom with 500. He's down a little over $1,100. Hugo's VPIP, though. Let's talk about Hugo's VPIP. 92%. 92% of the time, he is in the pot voluntarily. So let's just do a little bit of math. We're on hand number 28. Let's multiply that by 92%. Hugo has played 25.7% of the hands. Insane, and it's paying off. I mean, you can't say it's not paying off. He's up $640. That's a week's worth of work. Zach makes the call. Three-way action, 9-3 versus Queen Jack versus 7-4. All spades. Corey's got this third nut flush draw. Hugo's got a pair with a little spade in his hand. He might make this call. It was cheap enough, $15. And Zach makes the call too with 9-3.
He does not.
Okay, he does not. It's heads up. Spade on the turn. It goes bet call. As long as Corey keeps it sizable here, he will get paid off. Check, check. Jack high flush is going to win it. Hugo's going to see it. He doesn't mind losing a little tiny pot, $45 out of his hand.
Who did we lose on the round of each?
Basil.
Oh,
Basil is out. We do have one seat open. Daryl looks down at Jack 7. He's going to raise it up. Little 3x bet.
everybody liking that 6-5.
I know. 6-5 is the monster tonight. 5-3 hadn't been very good. Sorry, guys. Some nights it doesn't work. Flop comes out. 7-4 king. Hugo and Caleb like the open-ended straight draws. Daryl's got middle pair. Decent kicker. Vitaly misses everything. Ace on the turn puts 2 spades out there. Hugo's draw gets a little bit stronger than Caleb's now. Caleb's only set 9% to win because he's looking for an 8 or a 3 that's not a spade. That does take away some of his outs. That's one of our new members, Mr. Jesus, sitting right there talking to Mr. Carrillo. Hugo's going to pick it up and he's going to bet it. $80 into $120. Daryl's going to let it go. Caleb might make this call. There's the 8. It's going to be a chop pot. That's one of the 2 8s that could come out. One of the 3 8s, sorry. Both players thinking they've got the nuts sitting right now, and they both do. Both of them. It's going to go bet, raise, all in. Bet 400. Hugo making it look like he says all in call. 6-5, 6-5. He says, man, I thought I had that. I thought I had it. They both thought they had it. Choppity chop, chop, chop. Well played. You knew that was going to happen? Moving on up to the east side.
Six five again.
Yeah, 6-5. He's got the same exact hand. 6-5 of spades. Flop comes out 6-7 deuce. Hugo's going to lead out with $40. And Hugo wins another one. He is dominating the no limit hold'em round. Look at that pre-flop raise. Hugo setting at 16%. Daryl's setting at 43%. Daryl's been getting some monsters today.
I gotta go run the tablet.
All right. Lindsay Lou's heading on out of here.
Wish you luck. If it looks funny, it's because I'm in charge now.
I like it. So 10 outs and 10 outs only. And Curry wins it. He's moving on up. right, so moving on around, we are on 3 hands left of No Limit Hold'em. Everybody's looking forward to that PLO round. They like to say pot here at Kojaks in Midland, Texas. It's a lot of fun to get all your chips in the middle. Anthony's going to let go. Very disciplined fold under the gun with ace-5 offsuit. Corey makes the call. All right, you see the outs. 11 outs for Daryl. 11 outs. And that was one of the 11 that he could hit. He could not hit a 9. $10. Corey folds it. Daryl's going to pull it in. Add to his growing chip stack. Over $3,200 setting in his stack. Corey setting right around 610. 2 hands left of PLO. 2 hands. Got about an hour left in the time. Chip count update. Vitali 460. Michael 494. Michael, I'm not sure who Michael is. We'll have to wait till we get the camera around so I can see these faces. That's Mr. Michael. He was here last night. All right, so we got 3-way action. This is the Kojaks think what he has, and it doesn't matter because it goes fold, fold. Vitali pulls it in with ace, queen high on a flop of jack 6-3. So tomorrow, Sunday at Kojaks, we have the Bounty Tournament. $260 starts you off with 20,000 chips. If you're here before that first card is pitched, you do get that 5K early bird bonus. So, raise it up, $25 by Mr. Ace Quisha. Hugo makes the call. VPIP going on up. Ace-5, he's been getting some playable cards. Mr. Zach. 115, 3-bet by Mr. Zach. He's got a little over 1,000 in his pot. $115 is the new action. Hugo's got a nice stack in front of him, $3,200. He's going to make the call. It's just a drop out of his. Kerry makes the call with wired 6s, so ace-5 versus queen jack versus wired 6s. Flop comes out all spades, jack 5 deuce. That gives Zach top pair third kicker. Zach leads out with 100. Hugo makes the call with second pair, ace kicker. Looking for an ace or a 5. 4 comes on the turn. Hugo checks. Zach checks. 3 is a river is a 3. That gives Zach the 5 high straight. 130 is the bet. Calls. And he shows Zach the bad news. Hugo pulls in another hand. Another win, $835 more heading over to Hugo. He is now the chip leader at the table, $3,700, but moved over to Mr. Corey Smith. What that means is pot limit Omaha time. PLO, PLO. How high can your stacks go? So here we go. Caleb looks down under the gun. He makes the call with King 10 7 6. So 5 moving on around. Daryl's going to let it go. Anthony's going to let go. Kerry makes the call. 6-way action, $30 setting in the pot. 6-way, $30. Flop comes out. Ace of spades, ace of diamonds, deuce of diamonds. Caleb's got the 10 high flush draw. He's the only one with a flush draw. He's 60% to win this hand. Both Vitali and Kerry are both 1% to win. Three-way going to the turn. Three-way going to the turn. $120. $120 makes you Hollis. 5 of diamonds gives Caleb almost the check mark on this hand. He's got the 10 high flush. Queen on the river gives Caleb the check mark. Zach was looking for an ace or an 8. Did not get it. Moving on around. Hand number 2 of pot limit Omaha High. Hugo's almost got so many chips he's having trouble stacking them. You notice different stacking methods. Hugo's got the chip lead on the table, and he's got 4, 5, 6 stacks and a stack of blacks. So he's got 7 stacks sitting right there. And just 7 stacks. Daryl's got 3,200, and when the camera moves around, Daryl's stacks are all neatly placed in countable 20 stacks, so he's always knows exactly how many chips he has. That's the important part about chip control, stack control, I guess you could call it, is knowing what you have when you have it, because that's a big part of PLO. Hugo calls in the dark, doesn't even look at his cards. Vitali's going to bet it, pot it. Kerry does make the call of 70. 70 is the action now. 70. Corey's going to make the call with ace Quisha, queen 9. So we're already sitting at $305 in the pot. We hadn't even finished the round. Vitali makes the call. 5 players, $355 on the pot. You notice that one graphic in the bottom right, $5 on the button. So the game starts off with just a $5 chip in the pot. We're sitting at $355 in the hand. Flop comes out, 5 of spades, 7 of clubs, jack of clubs. That's instantly, Vitali still got the top of it with pocket kings. Nobody's got 2 clubs in their hand. Zach's sitting right with him with pocket 10s with a 9 jack sitting with it. Josh leads, or sorry, Zach leads out with $150. Kerry's going to get rid of it. Action moves around to Corey. He's going to let it go too. Hugo's going to let it go, and action's now on Vitali. I don't see him really going anywhere here. Looks like he's putting together a raise, maybe. Oh, he just makes the call. Little chip manipulation. Looked like he was going to raise for a few, and then he decides not to. He elects no. 6 on the turn. No real help to Zach. He's sitting in second place. Vitali's sitting 3 to 4 to win this hand. Vitali says all in. 300, round 380, $400. 400 is the bet. Zach makes the call. 7 on the river. 7 on the river. That gives Vitali the check mark with kings. His kings do hold up. So, updated chip count. Hugo's got 3,600. Daryl, 3.2 thousand. Caleb, 1.9. Carrie, 1.7. Vitali, 1.5. He's moving up. Anthony, 1.4. And it just moves on around from there. Quick little wash of the cards. And we're still on PLO high. Responding to a couple people in our chat. All right, so buttons now on Mr. Hugo. Vitali's going to be the first to act with that little win on the last hand. That puts him, he's only down, and this is how quick I tell you all about PLO. You have to be ready to ride the variance train. After that hand, he was down 1,000. After that hand, he's only down $170 now. So, Zach raises it up, all in for $60. In this case, $60 makes you holler. All right, 5-way action, $300 in the pot. This is where Zach can turn $60 into $300 real fast. 5-way action, 1 all in. Flop comes out King of Hearts, 9 of Hearts, 7 of Hearts. Zach wishes he has more money right here because he flops a set of kings. Nobody has hearts. We've got a lot of straight draw possibilities. Michael's looking for a jack. Vitali's looking like he's going to fold. Caleb's going to be folding. Hugo is another heart on the turn, 10 on the turn. Michael's got top 2 pair now. And a queen on the turn. No jacks, but we do have an 86 straight. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Caleb's going to have the win on this one. Showdown. And unfortunately, Caleb mucked his cards. This is where hand reading becomes important. Caleb mucked his cards with the 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, so he did not win that hand. So Mr. Zach is all in. Queen 10, 9, 8. $310 all in. Actions on Vitali. I don't see Vitali doing anything but calling there. King, King, Jack. He does have the Kojak at Kojaks. Flop comes out, all in and a call by Vitali. Flop comes out 8, 3, 2. Turn card a 5. River card a 6. And that does look like it's going to be going over to King, King. Vitali's holding. Still on PLO. Still on PLO. Daryl looks down at 87 suited, 75 suited, pocket sevens. Anthony's not there, so his cards are gone. Vitali just grabs a stack and raises it up. It's only going to hold 15, 20, 25, 30, 35. 35 is the action. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, if you're calling 5 at Kojaks, you're calling 35. That's just the way it is. Four cards, too many possibilities not to call. Vitali's holding Ace Quisha. Do have a favorite of that hand named by Dante, Ace Quisha. Flop comes out. Ace, King, 5, Rainbow Suits. Corey's got the almost the full wrap. Any 2, 3, 4 gives him the straight. Hugo's in the hand with trip 9s in his hand, and he does let it go. Corey makes the call of 50 with a really good wrap. Vitali makes the call, looking for backdoor hearts. And I do like Michael's hand too. He does call the 50. He's got the King, Jack 10. He's looking for a Queen. 2 of them, though, are sitting in Vitali's hand. It'd be crazy if we showed their percent. Everybody's kind of live except for Miss Carrie. Carrie's sitting at a 0% to win this hand now. A 2 won't help her. That gives Corey the straight. She leads out with $50 representing the straight that Corey is holding now. And he just smooth calls it. Vitali makes the call. Vitali is looking... a 10 on the river. The only straight on the board is Corey's straight. He bets $305 into the pot. Pot's now standing at $900. That's kind of a tricky board. That's a brave bet right there, with a Queen Jack being Broadway, Deuce 4 being the wheel. That's scary action. Let's see what happens. Vitali does let it go. Miss Carrie's going to have to let this one go. So beautiful pickup by Corey right there. He had the full, almost the full wrap. He had the wrap. And he hits it. Chip count, top 3 players have 6, 8, 9,000 in their hand. Anthony sitting in third with 2,000. Michael sitting down at the lower side with $350. All it takes one hand though. One hand, he could be sitting over $1,000 with a couple callers. Anthony's going to be first to act. 97.52. That's going to be going in the muck. Miss Carey makes the call of 5. King 10, 6, 4. Ace 7, wired 6s. Wired jacks 10, 4. Ace Quisha, wired Quishas. Vitaly makes the call. Daryl's going to raise it up to $30. He's got ace 5, 4, 4. Calling 5 at Kojaks. You are calling 30. Welcome out to the house. Caleb asks how much it is. Dealer politely tells him $30. Jump on in. The water is warm. And Vitaly calls. So we're going to be 6-way action. $180 in the pot. On once again, a 5 on the button game pre-flop. $180 sitting up there for grabs. Anybody can get it. Flop comes out, 7 of hearts, 5 of hearts, 3 of hearts. Carrie's got the king high flush. She's got the nut flush because Hugo's ace is just a dry ace. Carrie reaches down, bets $50 into $180. So we're now heads up. A set of 3s versus the nut flush out there. 9 of clubs doesn't change anything. Vitaly does make the call. A deuce on the river gives Carrie the check mark. So Carrie bets $470. Vitaly does let it go. Carrie pulls in a beautiful $1,100 pot. Little wash of the cards, get them going. Daryl setting 45% earlier on in the session. Daryl was getting monster after monster after monster. And he's kind of settled down just a hair. Hand number 41 of the night. We've got about 44 minutes left. All right, so we got a raise on up to $20. $20. So we're only halfway around the table on this one. We've already got $90 in the pot. 90 in the pot. Anthony makes the call of 20. Carrie's going to make the call of 20. If you're calling 5, you're calling 20 at Kojaks. Love the action out here. If you've never played, it is crazy. 7-way action. Flop comes out 5, 10, 5. That is quads for Carrie. Let's see how well you can play quads here, Miss Carrie. Yahtzee. She's just hoping and praying. $140 in the pot. Vitali leads out with $65. That's just under half the pot. Carrie's going to look down and say, do I really have quad fives? What is Vitali betting with? Ace Jack 6-4. He doesn't have a whole lot of nothing. Checkmark's already on Carrie. Caleb does take the bait. He does have pocket aces. Better not hit an ace. That's going to be trouble for Caleb. Three-way action. $335 in the pot. A 4 on the turn. That gives Caleb a gut shot to the 7 high straight with pocket aces. That's not going to be enough for him. Vitali leads out with $125. Carrie looks over quite interested in this. She just calls. It's sitting there so calm. I love it. River card comes out. What was the river card? Carrie says pot. $600 is the bet. I don't think that's going to get a call from anybody. Caleb's just got aces. He's going to be able to let that go. Too many things out there. When you're in this point right here, you're always wanting to hear a player, when you're holding the absolutes, you're always wanting to hear a player say repot, and Vitali does let it go. And Carrie, you hear Carrie say, I had quads. I wouldn't have let him know. And she shows it. Is that all you had? I love it. And as seat one says, you were really hoping somebody had tens full right there. Corey looks down. Queen 8, 5-3. He's got that 5-3 in there. I'm favoring that hand. He's going to let it go. He tried 5-3 once tonight. Did not work. Action's moving on around the table. We've only got $5 chips in there right now. Carrie does check it. Flop comes out. Ace, King, 3. Ace, King, 3. All right, so now we have $100 in the pot. Four-way action. Anthony makes the call. 4 players. $125 sitting in the pot. Turn card comes out. A 10 of diamonds. Looking for the queens. There's Queen Jack. Carrie's got Broadway. Carrie leads out with $75 with her Broadway draw. Caleb makes the call with 2 pair, King 10. I see Michael possibly making the call here. Michael raises all in. King Jack 10. 7. He's got that backdoor spade or diamond draw. Didn't even see that. I don't see Carrie getting away from this one. $3.25 is the bet. She's going to have to call at this point. She's going to be dodging a diamond. She says straight. Michael knows he's drawn. He's looking for a king, a 10, a diamond. A queen comes on the river, and that means choppity chop, chop, chop. Moving on around, thank you for joining us out at Kojaks Live. We've got about 30 minutes left on the clock. Actions on Hugo. We are on No Limit Hold'em. Hugo's going to be playing. He ruled the No Limit Hold'em table on the last run. Michael looks down at pocket sixes. Action's now $30. Daryl's going to let go. Four-way action going to the flop. Flop comes out. Ace, 8, deuce. Hugo's got top pair right now, sitting almost 80% to win the hand. He's going to lead out and bet 50. Or 45, sorry. 4 on the turn. Does no extra for Michael. Michael's looking for a 6 and a 6 alone. A queen comes on the river. And it is no good. Hugo leads out with $45. That's going to be enough to win this hand. He does look like he's counting out chips, though. Oh, he does let it go. Okay. I figured fold was coming, just didn't know how fast. He was trying to figure out if he could raise, but it didn't make sense if he's setting with ace-4 or anything like that. So he does elect to fold, and the button moves on around. The button is now on Hugo. Button on around, still on No Limit Hold'em. Hugo's under the gun, going to be first act. Looks down at 10-3 of hearts. That might actually be one that he folds. Five-way action going to the flop. $25 in the pot. One of our smallest pots of the night. Flop comes out Queen 4-6. Queen 4-6. Both Carrie and Caleb have a pair of sixes. Those are the only pairs on the board. Seven on the turn. 7 on the turn. Carrie's now open-ended. Carrie leads out with $30 being open-ended with a pair of sixes. Caleb's looking for a 5 and a 5 alone. So we're going to be heads-up action. Carrie's got 6 outs left in the deck. A 7 on the river is not one of them. That gives trip 7s to Corey, and she checks. Michael. All right, we've got a live straddle of 10 by Vitali. He's going to look down. That's when you straddle, you really want to look down at aces, but unfortunately in this case, he's going to look down at king of clubs, 7 of spades. Not going to be a whole lot of fun to look down to. So 4-way action, $80 in the pot. 4-way action. I like Caleb's hand. 4 diamonds. Look at that. 4 diamonds. He's sitting almost at 50% to win the hand. Queen on the turn gives Corey top pair now. He leads out with $40. So, Caleb's got the flush draw, Hugo's got the flush draw, Corey's got top pair, and Vitali has not really much. 3-way action. Flush draw, top pair. And that's trouble for Corey because now he's got trip queens, and there's a diamond flush out there. Caleb says all in, and that's not what he wants to see at this point. Can Corey let this go? He's been on kind of a bad run tonight. Trip Kings looks amazing, and he knows he's probably beat right there. They've got only 2 cards in their hand. It's kind of scary. No straight draw out there. He's just 2 diamonds is all he has to have. And Corey does make the... I'm extremely proud of that. Usually when players are running down for the night, they make looser calls like that to try to catch up and sometimes get themselves in deeper holes. But Corey elected to let go of the trip queens, and it was the right play. So we're coming up on our last 30 minutes of the night. It is straddled all the way to carry. This is Kojax. I just want y'all to know this. Straddle to 10, straddle to 20, straddle to 40. $40 straddle is live. There was a sleeper in between, and carry's in it to win it. So it's $40 to play. $40 to play. And she shows her queen four. Her queen. Oh, good lord. Welcome to the new player. I mean, new player. Welcome to the new player. Welcome to the new player to the table. Hugo, Daryl, and Carrie dominating the table right now, and Anthony all over $2,000. Mr. Michael, Caleb, and new Zach is at 780 or lower. They've got some work to do, but as you all know, with PLO in the mix on the round of each, it's anybody's game. You got to be ready to ride the variance train. Raised by Corey, $55. Action's now around the carry. There's some good hands in here. I like the 5-4 suited. I like the 8-5 suited. I'll even play the. I'm guilty of playing the Queen 3 suited, but we got Queen Jack and Miss Carrie's hand suited. Everybody's suited. Flop comes out. Rainbow. Ace 9-7. Corey leads out with $80 with the Queen 3. He does get looked up by Hugo with 8-5, looking for a 6 for the straight. $125 from Corey. Continuing was his bluff. Now it's just a semi bluff. He's got the spade draw back behind it. Turn card comes a 7 of spades, and it's a fold. Corey's going to pull it in. Pull in the win. Got a little too expensive. So we are on our last 30 minutes, and this is where it gets the dirtiest. This is where all the action comes out. Daryl's going to look down under the gun, pocket fours. He's looking to get some action on this. It's been kind of quiet for a little while. He makes a call with wired fours. Corey just makes the call with pocket aces. I absolutely love this. Saw this. And he got exactly what he wanted. Exactly what he wanted. He got the ace Quisha to raise it up to 40. Daryl makes the call, doing a little set mining. Now Corey's going to pop it. 150 is the action now. $150. Hugo's going to let it go. Vitali's going to make the call. I can see Daryl's up quite a bit, so I can see him making this call. Oh, no, Daryl made the fold. Let's hope we don't see a 4 on the flop. Heads up. Aces versus ace queen. Flop comes out 7, 10, 3. Action's first on Corey. He's going to lead out with $85. Vitali's got ace Quisha. It's going to be good enough for a call. Let's hope he does not hit a queen. Turn card is a 9. Gives a straight possibility out there. Corey bets out with $275. Vitali upset. Ace Quisha didn't help him out there. And nice little $795 pot pushing over to Corey Smith's direction. He's only down $600 now. He's moving on up. Big winner right now is Miss Carrie. She's up almost $1,800 on the night. She bought in with $700. She's at 25. She's up $1,800. Hand number 49. Anthony looks down at 7-4 under the gun. Not going to be good enough. Carrie makes the call. $5. 5 deuce. $5 for 5 deuce. So 35's the action. Carrie makes the call. We're going to be 3-way action. 3-way action. $110 in the pot on this hold'em hand. Flop comes out 10, 8, 5. 2 people get a piece of the 5. 1 person gets the top pair. Bet $50. Vitali's going to look down and see he's got king 5. He may or may not play it. He does. He's a little frustrated. You can tell by the way he threw his chips out. Carrie makes the call with her 5 deuce. 3-way, $260 in the pot now. 3 comes on the turn. 3. Carrie checks an instant 150 from Hugo. And Carrie does lay down her 5. Hugo pulls in. Hugo continues with his chip lead. So we are almost done with No Limit Hold'em. Looks like we'll finish it up with the pot limit Omaha side. Carrie lets it go. Corey's going to fold 60 deuce. He's almost up on the night. He's right there on the verge of it. Vitali does make the call with Jack 8. Zach's going to raise it up to $25. New player at the table. Queen 9 suited. Daryl is going to re-raise it to $125. Zach makes a call, so we have ace 9 versus queen 9. Daryl's dodging a queen and a queen only. Except in the event that it comes 2 spades on the flop. Zach does make the check. Daryl's going to continue. 150 is the bet. Jack on the turn. Check by Zach. Actions on Daryl. Can he continue the barreling here? Daryl is ahead. And he checks, elects to give him a free card just in case he's behind. A 6 of clubs on the turn is going to give Daryl the check mark. 300 out by Zach. Can Daryl make a call with ace high? We said earlier when he laid it down, Daryl's looking at body position, looking at jugular. He may make the call with ace high. He may have him on a bluff. All kinds of stuff pondering through his head. Did he have the flush draw? Did he miss the flush draw? Did he have a straight draw after the turn? Does he have a pair of 3s? A pair of 3s is good. This will be a huge call. But I don't think Daryl's going to make it just because Zach's newer to the table. If he had played the whole session with him, he possibly would. He's getting it quick. And he calls. He calls with ace high. He calls with ace high, ladies and gentlemen. What a call. Ace high call. Ace 9 call. Holy cow. On a different level. Daryl's now your new chip leader, $3,700. Holy cow, Batman. So got a couple rebuys right there. Corey's under the gun. This will be the last hand of No Limit Hold'em. Caleb makes a call with wired sixes under the gun. Sorry, +1. Corey makes a call. So we've got three-way action going to the flop. Sorry, four-way action. We missed Miss Carrie's hand. Michael leads out with $20. Flop comes out 9-5 deuce. Michael's got top pair, third kicker. Corey makes the call with a deuce. Four-way action to the turn. An ace on the turn helps really nobody, but does give a couple straight draw possibilities. Looking for a 3 for Corey. Check around, looking for a heart. No heart. Michael's 9 high is going to win. Lead out of $60 bet. Mr. Michael pulls in one with a pair of 9s. And this is the round that everybody's looking for. A button just past the dealer. Got to change the game to PLO on the tablet. Caleb sitting under the gun is going to look down at pocket 10s with a 62. I like Michael's hand. He's got the 5-3, rooting for him. All right, so we've got 8 players. Just so you know, tablet, Zach folded. Zach didn't have cards. right, $45 to call. Lots of action. $175 in the pot. So with a flop of 5-7 deuce, we've got all sorts of action. Hugo's got a set of fives. Plenty of straight draws out there. 5-way action. A 9 on the turn. Hugo still got a 55% chance of winning. Vitaly leads out with $75. Queen Jack 6-4. Queen Jack 6-4. He's got a 6% chance to win this hand. Michael's going to make the call. It's not all about the cards you hold. It's about what your opponent doesn't hold in this game. Anthony with the overpair. Michael makes the call. Anthony does make the call. Queen's the only thing that can save Anthony. So Michael with his 4-3 hits the 6 on the river for the 7 high straight. It's kind of a scare card though. But he doesn't look at it as a scare card. He goes all in for $295. Action's going to fold around. I don't see how. The only way you get called right there is if somebody's got the 9 high straight. We got all kinds of stuff going on here. Look up at the screen and there's a lot of players in. Seven-way action, $140 in the pot. 4, 5, queen. So, lead out with a bet of $80 by the straight, 8 high straight by Mr. Hugo. Vitali makes the call with a set of kings. This hand's going to get dirty. Zach makes the call, looking for a 6. Daryl makes the call, looking for the nut flush draw. There's all kinds of stuff in this hand. This is what I mean. $460 in the pot. They get dirtier as we go along. 5 on the button game. Remind you, ladies and gentlemen, Queen on the river gives Hugo the check mark with a 68. Vitali goes all in with his set of kings, and instantly Hugo's tossing his chips in, and he's going to show the 8 high straight. Hugo pulls in another monster. Now he's in the chip lead. 4,300 sitting there. Daryl's sitting at 3,600. Carrie 2,300. Anthony right at 2,000. So that's 79, 89, 99, $10,200 sitting in the top 3 places. And this will be our official last hand of the night. Last hand of the live stream. Chris, will you holler at Crystal to get some normal cards over there? Will you holler at Crystal to get some normal cards? Beautiful, thank you. So, last hand of the night, we're going to have plenty of action. Looking at the cards, I see why everybody called. This is a Zach play it from home hand. Guess what Zach has? Flop comes out. Ace of spades, 4 of clubs, 9 of clubs. 2 clubs out there. Michael's got a club draw. Action checked around. 6 clubs comes on the turn. As we stand now without seeing Zach's hand, Zach did not have clubs in his hand because he instantly let it go. Corey does make the call. Corey makes the call. Looking for an ace or a 6. Looking for an ace or a 6. King on the river, it does not help him. And there's a showdown. Corey does make the call. And our last hand of the night gives a second nut flush, pushes the pot on over to Michael. Zach's down to $20. Ladies and gentlemen, we do appreciate all y'all tuning in to share Kojak's live stream with all of y'all. We truly appreciate y'all. Hope to see you out for the bounty tournament tomorrow at 2:30 p.m.